What's going on, y'all? Back here with a new damn video. Feeling great. Um, I know I haven't been here for two Raw reviews. I'm very sorry about that. As you guys can tell, I'm more energetic. I'm more alive. More happy. Merry Christmas to everyone. And happy holidays to whatever you celebrate. I wanted to come say that first and foremost. Um, I know Christmas just passed. It's like the day before right now because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. But still, Merry Christmas to you, your families. You know the deal. Um, Last week, or not last week, the week, not this Monday, the one before, I was a little sick. Got over it. Something with the stomach, with the back, and some other shit. It's all good now. Um, then Monday just passed. I've been really busy. Christmas is coming up. Had to get ready, and now all the stress is gone. The families. We got the dinners done. Got all the gifts. Everything's just chilling now. Everything's relaxed. So I was trying to figure out, a video to make just to come say hi to you guys, so you guys know I'm still here, I'm still around. You know, I don't know, people thinking I'm dead or something, because I remember some guy was like, "Are you dead?" I'm like, "Dude," on Twitter, I'm like, "Dog, I'm not dead. I'm tweeting right now. How could I be in my fucking coughing, going like this?" Thanks for looking out for me, though. But let's get down to this. My buddy sent me this. He sent me this today. But I went on Twitter a little bit ago, and he says, "You got to do a video on this when you get some time today, because I know it's Christmas, you're with your family, you got to go to your grandma's, you got to go to your house, they come to your, all over the place, you got to go to your sisters, watch your niece unwrap the gifts and shit, but you got to do a video on this." So, alright, what is it? It says, WWE News, The Undertaker is expected to headline 2015's WWE Hall of Fame. Before I read this article right here, a brief little bit of it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, keep you guys here that long. How do I feel about it? He wanted to know. I feel strongly about it. I feel it's great, and I do not want him to wrestle at WrestleMania 31. When I watch WrestleMania 30, there's not a guy that I respect more in the wrestling business than Undertaker, right? But at 30, when he went out there, I know he got a concussion, got beat up. You can go back, watch WrestleMania, I would say 28, 29, and 30. And you see his thing just start to digress, just bad. It's just not looking good. 27 was an amazing match between him and Triple H. He took a whole year off, because I remember, what was it, 26? He was wrestling that whole year, I think. I can't remember the top of my head. Yeah, and then he just started getting old, and then they had the Hell in a Cell match, which I thought was going to be great, a repeat of Triple H versus Undertaker, and it wasn't as good as the first one, in my opinion. But nothing's always good as the first, You know how it goes. With video games, number one's always better than two, and this is two, and then, two is always better than four, whatever. But I don't want to see him wrestle, man. He's just, washed up, and I don't want to see him wrestle at this stage in this stage of his life, of his career. And it's like, man, when I was growing up, watching Brett Favre all my life, Brett Favre, Green Bay Packers quarterback, dude was a freaking man, the Iron Man of sports. And towards the end, man, he just wouldn't quit. You know what I mean? Like, he retired with the Green Bay Packers. I remember watching his last game. I remember that was a sad game. That was a good game. And then he comes out 6 months later and says he wants to unretire. It's like, how do you unretire? You retired. You had your speech. You were crying at the speech. You had everyone already going with you. And then the Packers said, we're okay. They had Rodgers on the bench. And this ain't about football, but whatever. He went to the Vikings. He had one good season. They almost went to the Super Bowl. They had a bounty gate on his head where they put all linebackers out, all types of people out to basically kill him. Break his back, whatever he can do. And the season after that, he was okay. I think he went with the Jets or something. I don't know. He just went downhill, and he ruined everything. I mean, I still remember his legacy and who he was. I'll never forget that. But he kind of messed it up. Same thing with Joe Montana. Remember, he did that with Kansas City. Went down there from 49ers, Big thing on his elbow, all wrapped up. He wouldn't call it quits, and he was a major flop down there in Kansas City. And he's the greatest quarterback ever. He just made his shit look bad, though. So, Taker, man, you got the money. You got everything you need. Just please don't. You know what I mean? Unless you think you can go, and unless it's against a guy, not like Taker, a guy who's going to be real soft for you in the ring, and you can just get it done. But let's get down to this article. Enough about the football. Enough about, but that was just my opinion on the topic. Leave yours below. How do you feel? Do you want to ever see him wrestle again, or do you not? Not from a fan standpoint, okay? I don't need no fanboys on here like, yo, I want to see him wrestle 10 more times. Keep it real. How do you feel? Okay. On today's edition of, I'm reading the article. On today's edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer reported that based on the conversations that he had with officials in WWE, The Undertaker will likely headline the 2015 WWE Hall of Fame if he is unable to wrestle at WrestleMania 31. Don't do it, please. Several weeks ago, Undertaker's face was spotted on a WWE truck that was advertising WrestleMania 31, and most people came to a conclusion that the advertisement meant that the Taker would be having a match at the main event, but according to Meltzer, the advertisement could be for Undertaker's Hall of Fame induction. There has been rumors that WWE is planning to induct both Sting and Macho Man Randy Savage into the Hall of Fame in 2015. However, it appears that WWE still hasn't reached out to Savage's family about an induction, and Sting's induction is still up in the air. If WWE decides to induct The Undertaker, that could mean that Sting or Savage will be left out of the 2015 WWE Hall of Fame class. If Taker returns to have a match at WrestleMania 31, he'll be working with Bray Wyatt. He'll likely be working with Bray Wyatt, and he will not be having a long-awaited dream match with Sting. I would not want to see that anyway at this stage of the game. The belief within WWE is that Sting needs to be carried to a good match, so that's why WWE is pairing Sting with Triple H, since they believe that Triple H is someone who can do that. The Undertaker at this point in his career cannot. There is no chance WWE would like to do something. There's a chance WWE would like to do something with Taker and Sting, but I just don't think that match would be any good. Taker will be 50 years old come WrestleMania 31, and Sting will be 56. Jesus Christ. Since post WrestleMania Raw, typical crowds, best crowds of the year, WWE could have Undertaker and Sting go face to face the night after WrestleMania, then get interrupted by a pair of heels and take them out together. But as far as a match between the two go well, right now, that's off the damn table. 50-50 chance, Taker wrestles, you know the deal. I'll put the article below. And it says right here something about WWE will induct him into the Hall of Fame the night before next year's WrestleMania 29 in Undertaker's home state of Texas if they don't do it this year's. I think, in my opinion, now that I think about it, don't induct him this year. Wait next year, or wait till the next year after that, and do not show his face on WWE programs. Don't have him come back. Don't have him do anything, and make it special. Like because when they inducted Edge, I thought it was ridiculous. I thought it was retarded when they inducted Edge. Okay, and Edge is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. When they inducted him right after he literally just like wrestled a match, or I think he was wrestling one before it or some shit like that, it was ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's like I just seen this guy on my TV wrestling. You're telling me he's retiring and now he's a Hall of Famer? You serious, dude? You got to give it some time. The same thing they did with Michaels. You know what I mean? Even though Michaels was sold, we understand it. I respected it. Whatever, as long as he was in it. They gotta wait though, you know what I mean? So I think they should wait 2 or 3 years for Taker to do it. And if they want to make it real special, have somebody like Taker start a WrestleMania streak, and then while he's on his fourth straight win, have him come out, pass him the torch while he's doing the Hall of Fame speech. And don't come out wearing trench coats and fucking hats and shit. Come out like a human being, because that's the Undertaker we want to see when you retire. Alright guys, like this video, subscribe, and comment below on your thoughts. Would you want to see him go in the Hall of Fame? I know you all do, but when? Would you like to see him wrestle in the match, or do you think it's time for him to just call it quits? Don't be a fanboy. Tell me how you really feel. Thank y'all. Peace. Subscribe. Remember, if you are not subscribed, then your ass is bullshitting. Alright, y'all. Leave your comments below. I want to see your responses. This is how I feel. My boy told me to tell him how I feel. This is how I feel. Merry Christmas, y'all. Happy holidays. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. God bless. Stay straight.